For your science way she shabium. So as at now need here, you say Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin also ma executive order no making sure say IGP Dampare ebeche afiyon markings any omo kika ho. Into kwa na course of Parliament the nipo sha se per the video no Annor Dompreh. Annor Dompreh na sha se na sha se na ndie enkoofo no meka enko a afiyon markings anyway jagbawi eye MP no now for what really happened at the parliament no a ordinary place and I bet you say a police for bet chinkrofo e kame akwa to say nkrofo away from who say omo honorable inti nyama bi wo mo masheda bo mu neguso damages on what cause of parliament when I think that the law must work on this aside say bet it almost 10,000 cedis na me kanu the or say Speaker Bagbin Emma executive order or making sure say bechi sankrofo now therefore without much delay discussion be cause on this side I know the year pa na mpese nkonkuti ensem a ekoso ewo ho also no mami hu adwen che comment ni mu subscribe na the etwegu no nyefa ma wo ewo this side.
I always come here and read it, and I don't know why we are not making that effort to implement it. You see, when you read Article 42, it says every citizen of Ghana of 18 years of age or above and of what sound mind has the right to vote and is entitled to be registered as a voter for the purposes of public elections and referenda. There is a reason why the Constitution or the framers of the Constitution in their own wisdom said we must register people who are of sound mind, because people who are of sound mind will go and vote for members of parliament who are of sound mind. But we seem to be ignoring this provision because the insanity happening there is too much. Nobody can tell me that what happened in parliament on Thursday night constitutes sanity. It's also it's a big problem. It's a big problem. You see, in 2019, the Parliament of Ghana passed the Vigilante and Other Related Offences Act, and in that act, a lot of these groups, vigilante groups, were disbanded. You can talk about the Bulldogs, the Kandahar Boys, the Tuhazi, and so on and so forth. No, some of them have found their ways in parliament, and it comes back to the issue that Hamza raised, the monetization of our politics. It is no more about the quality. Who has the money to pay delegates to get the nod? So that we have various constituencies that, as people say, even if you put a tree there in representing a particular political party, that tree is likely to find its way into parliament. And this is where we must make that effort to correct it. That is not to say we don't have fine parliamentarians in the house, but how, without your knowledge or without your notice, and that you are not going to vet them, must that resort to destruction of state properties? And mind you, the Constitution makes it clear that all of us are equal before the law. When people went to a table after the elections to destroy a police station, the people were chased. As we speak, there is a manhunt for them to be arrested. I expect the IGP, without any further delays, to arrest all those that took part in this. That we are sending a very bad signal to the people of this country that members of parliament are above the law. They are not. If you cannot vet them, go and sit in your house. If it has to be rescheduled, reschedule. What is the big deal? After all, whatever is happening there, it is rubber stamp. But then everyone will go through. Who will be denied his appointment? Tell me, as we are sitting here. Everyone will go through. So there wasn't any need to be destroying state properties. In terms of the orders that have been given by the Speaker, I think it's in the right direction. It's in the right direction because, you see, But what has happened? There has to be a monumental shift and a very grave consequence for the Ghanaian that there is leadership in parliament. Yes, you can say that it's not as though it's headmaster and student relationship, but if these two people are not removed, and if you are removing them and their standing orders permit them to be part of the standing to be part of the appointment committee, then it stands to reason that you need to fill that gap. That is why I say reconstitution, not necessarily reconstitute the entire body, but probably to fill in that gap of the chief whip and the minority chief whip, so that they can continue to do their business. So I agree with it. In terms of surcharging them with the cost, perfect, but it must come with an interest rate. You get my point? And we must see evidence of that. This country, what happens is that the speaker can give this order to please the public, but in reality nobody's salary will be deducted. It will be business as usual. The speaker must go for, make the step or take that step to also show us when and how it was deducted, so that all of us can verify. So that all of us can verify. Only a few days ago, some of us were very hard on MFA Hakasso for having gone to Parliament House to disrespect Annor Dompreh. I wasn't happy, though Annor Dompreh has never been my fan. He's also one of the most arrogant, rude guys in that parliament there. That has another matter that will be dealt with later. But for you to have gone there, to have taken him to the cleaners, I felt it was wrong. Only for he and not Dompreh to lead this onslaught. He should have been more than 5 weeks of suspension. I tell you, because he led the placing of chairs. So how can his punishment be the same as the February? I saw Jerry Ahmed, first time MP. I mean, how? Jerry, how can you do this? You are not representing yourself as Jerry Ahmed, but you are representing the people of Dampare. You contested first at what's the name? Vanderpool's place.
Ablekuma South.
Ablekuma South. They rejected you. You went to a safe haven. They gave you opportunity. Those days you went to meet your predecessors. Was that the way they were behaving in Parliament? You go there and destroy. That is what you want to be remembered for. That the MP that led destruction. So his should have been at par with Annor Dompreh. The film apostle was an exchange with what's the name? Tapuli.
Yeah.
Yes, could have come out to 4. At least they didn't point their faces. If adults, your daughters and your sons will see that you went to Parliament to point your faces, that's your own cup of tea. And the fifth one is who?
No, 4.
Yeah, 4.
4, yes. 4.
And you see, this whole vetting, if you look at what is happening there, it's all about settling scores. It's all about, there's real reason why people are sending. They don't even ask questions. But let me congratulate incoming Minister for Environment, Science and Technology. You did so much. You did well. You are on top of your issues. I think it's good. Yeah. We needed to hear more of them about the area. If they did not have any idea how they intend to manage complexities. Now that is why people want to show that you said this on campaign platform. Come and answer here. That is not, for me, a good exercise. And as we must refrain from that. Our brothers in the MB, we must understand that they have lost and lost squarely. We of the movement for you, we lost and we are still moving on. Life goes on. And we are going to make sure that we hold this government to their tail. We are not going to stop whatever we are doing. It is in our interest that we do that. So when you lose, accept it and move forward. But they seem not to be getting over the defeat. Not hefty enough, but you must also move on. So I believe that on that score, it is not in our interest. But you see, something is coming out of the vetting committee. That's enough. Politicians, one day, I have been fighting against coup makers, and that is where sometimes they allow themselves to let people that believe in coup makers, coups and stuff to have their way. Almost from across the divide, all of them, they buy government properties with ease. I was surprised to learn that if you are a member of what? The lands and something committee, and you are done with your tenure, they salute you with the land. You are saluting parliamentarians with land in this country. By the time you are done with the salute, then all our lands will be finished, will be gone. Hey! No. When I heard it, I felt that this is a banana republic. The people that are saluting you with the land, the moment they salute you with 1 acre, they salute themselves to 10 acres. That is all these public servants are so corrupt. They bait you with 1, they take 10. You see, we must build this country. We must build it. We must build it. So when I heard it, I was saddened by it. And I said, well, maybe one day we need the Holy Spirit to come and change our situation. But Hamza says something. We need to go back to how we get people selected across the political divide. I don't think there's much scrutiny done at that base. I don't think so. If you were going to do, I don't believe that these two political parties, the representation in parliament, these are their best shots. They are very fine gentlemen in there. And you see why I've been fighting against the NDC and MPP. Once again, it was these two parties that went to cause this commotion. Meanwhile, we have independent candidates in there. None of them were part of it. So going forward, maybe the Ghanaian must begin to reorient ourselves